We're live here with map number 1 between Honoris and K23 here in Nuke, where things are gonna get very interesting, hot and heavy here on this map. I think this is gonna be a great one to witness here as Honoris gets started on their CT side, K23 on their T side. Gonna be weird to see how this one plays through. And this is weird. Honoris, well, this is their map pick, and well, they're starting on the CT side. K23 want to start on their T side, so this is the first. It's quite rarely, it quite rarely happens. But anyways, they get started underway very nicely here as Magnolia gets a first opening frag. That's really nice to see. The nade to land on in, and that's a lot of damage being dealt onto JO and X5. They'll start to creep their way on in. Flashes to come on over. Rico and Sobol getting some frags of their own, but the damage has been dealt again. Magnolia on the top is still holding on. He has 3 kills in the round here, and Sobol now in a 1v2. There is a player right in towards the hut side, but he's on low HP. Magnolia is actually the highest HP player. They both peek out simultaneously, and K23 will find that pistol round without a problem. Here we go. K23. See what they're going to be able to bring to the table here. It's going to be a forced buyout from Honoris as well, so they aren't going to go out with resistance here. And that's going to be an aggressive maneuver out here from the 5-7 of Lunatic. Might be able to catch off Magnolia, so he's going to start creeping onto his crosshair, but well, he's fast as ever. Continuing on here. He's had a 4K in the pistol round, and is the one to open up proceedings here in round number 2. Nice 5. Galil in hand, taking down Rico. I know he's tagged up a little bit. And his balance as well. They're going to push on into the site. 5-on-3 situation on the cards here for K23. Bomb has gone down. Taz as well. With the CZ75 in hand. Taz does get spotted. But he is going to be able to live with his life here. It's going to be a battle in terms of trying to save your Honoris. Didn't they force into this in Raijin? Of course, having that information already on where Taz's whereabouts is takes him down relatively easily as a result. All 5 players here for K23 should stay alive, but I don't know about Magnolia's. Considering he's staying in towards really close here. He has full armor. So it's going to be a weird question. It's going to be a weird situation. Yeah, quite minimal actually. Bomb radius on Nuke is relatively small, of course, because of the elevation. Bomb sites being stacked on top of each other. But it's a 2-0 start out here for K23. Oh, they'll run right in. They're going to play a fast play here, and Raijin opens up the kill feed. Taz as well running top of hut. The P250 trying to do some damage here, but it's getting farmed up here by X5. The Deagle on Sobol. Trying his damnedest to do whatever he can. The nade just about dodge it. But it is a stall 4-on-2 situation task here. We'll have to drop down. They are using the weapons that they carried over from the last round, so nothing real too much there. But Magnolia's gonna hold the angle here, take the first. He is gonna get tagged down by the scout, but stay careful. Same even ult. Let's try to wall bang here. No recovery there as he gets immediately dinged. And the Mac 10, all he has to do is put a few bullets piercing his chest, and that's no problem in the end there. K23 find themselves here early on onto a 3rd round. outside maneuver out here, but I'm very scared for the position of Lunatic. He has a really good position right now, possibly. If he's able to slip right through, he's in towards red and could back away. And yeah, Lunatic gets taken down. So his shenanigans have been shut down. Now Rico will have to try and help this one. Rico can't do anything there in terms of taking a battle. He'll have to back off. As a Molotov lands right there. And Jayo, look at this. He's holding so well. And Sami has to get the trade with that op. And it's going to be a shot fired, but Jayo's just waiting. He misses a shot, and there's too much time to recover for that op. So he'll get that kill really easily. Now, K23, they're shutting this one down, really. It's been a very strong start here on their T side, and they're showing why they wanted to start on their T side, because it seems like they have a lot up their sleeve here, these early stages. Very quiet so far. It's 25 seconds are remaining, but CT side, of course, of Honoris might just be in a position to save if they don't go into the positions that they want them to go in. But Taz gets X5 into his crosshair. He'll find that frag, and he's actually onto the A side, but they've dropped onto the B side of things, and now they might think that Reiko is in towards B or in towards A as well. Has rotated down the vents, and that's the doors opened up. Magnolia is taking Reiko down. Magnolia still not with a single death to his name, has 7 frags already, and Taz, knowing that his teammate had fallen, the Polish veteran will back off and get a save in. It's K23 now. We're on a 4th and on to a very good run of form in the early stages here on Nuke. At least Taz able to get Magnolias in the end, but it's a 4-0 start here from K23. Good way to get things underway. Been a very, very methodical T side so far from K23. They've shown a lot of what they can do and a lot of what they're capable of. Magnolias, though, looking to aim, as always. It's been so good so far. Taz just taken down. Magnolias continuing on his run of form. This balance taking Sami down at the same exact time, and once again, within 20 seconds of the round, Honoris are down 2 men. You might be saying, this is their low buy. Of course, they have Deagles and an MP9 out, but numbers shouldn't dwindle away that fast, especially when Honoris weren't really aggressing all too much. It's really them being caught off in their positions. Flash is to come on over. Another flash to come on in. Molotov down. And Sobol with the Deagle, he's checking the outside section as well. They're putting a lot of their players into this section of the map, maybe just so that they can get easy access to save if they're going to be able to get a rifle on their hands. But Bagnoyas has just pressed on forward. Oh, but he missed his shot here. Sobol is only on to 15 points of health. He was going to get taken down, regardless if he got that frag. And it's now left on to Reiko on the bomb site. Jayo takes him down, and Lunatic going to get stabbed from the back by Raijin with M4. No problem. And again, K23, a methodical round. The buy, of course, is going to be back out from Honoris, but it seems to have been the same story, regardless if a buy has been out. Focus down on the outside position. Sammy here with that up. Lunatic there. Magnolis and Raijin. And 2 kills of their own to get things started. The damage has been dealt, and now K23 with the advantage again. Seems like that's been the story so far, but Sobol is aware of the possibility of Magnolis being here, but he's been such a menace so far. He actually has been. It's absolutely unbelievable. Sobol expecting him to be there. Maybe he's checking outside garage, but now maybe calling that clear. Magnolis in this battle, and he gets the headshot. Magnolis has just been such a driving force in these past few rounds here in this opening stages for K23. Reiko tagged already down to 44 from previous altercations, and he's taken full control of lobby. But Jo knows perfectly that there's a player in towards lobby that's already aggressed up because they've already kept it empty. Don't know what Taz can really do here. Maybe catch a fight is balanced. He's in towards locker room. The glass has been broken. Taz has been spotted. Information there. Now Reiko, he'll have to get a multi-frag here. This will be the deciding factor. Good for one, good for a second, almost good for a third, but now a lot more doable for Taz because Magnolis is on low HP. Digits are punched in. Bomb has gone down, and a peek on in Raijin. No problem. It's saying no problem a lot, but it seems like that's been the tale of the game so far because K23 getting single kills and a single kill, just dwindling it away. And the only real chance that Honoris really crafted for themselves is when Reiko on the A site was able to get a multi-frag, but that was really what he had to get at that situation. After that tactical pause, Honoris will now look to recover the situation here against K23. But I bet they had a little bit of a discussion about their buy going into this round as well. Not the best of buys going on forward here. 5.7s, a Deagle, a CC75, and an MP9 being brought to the mix here for the Honoris camp. Grenade has been dropped. Raijin not going to get any damage for it because he's already deep in towards the secret side. Waiting for anyone to elevate himself up the stairs. And Magnolis is there to support as well, so a tray should be there for K23 should anyone creep up that section of the map. They have certain areas already on lockdown here, and I think that's what K23 been doing so far. They get certain kills on lockdown, individualizing these gunfights, and they get themselves their advantages early on. Taz on a close range with the CC75. You got to be careful. I think that it's going to be a good decision here for K23 to back away from this lobby section because we tend to see a lot of aggressive maneuvers out here, and especially with a close range weapon like a pistol or an MP9, it can do a lot of work here. Raijin just edging his way forward here down the secret side. And Sammy, this could be a 1D for him. Oh, but he looks the wrong way at the wrong time. He peeks away, and Reiko has been spotted. His shoulder has been. He doesn't realize that his angle is not going to work at all. A player seems to have disconnected from the server. Lunatic, good for one. But Sobol left all alone. Digits are punched in. Sobol good for one through the smoke, but that's all he's going to get. So 7-0 here for K23. Seems like we've had a reconnect in the server, so we'll see what will happen here, but we'll have a pause anyway, just to make sure things are all good here, just in case. Maybe just to reset the cache, possibly. Seems like there's no problem in the end. Now, 7-0 for K23. It's been so dominant out from them. It's not one of those games where, you know, the rounds are going down to 1 versus 1s, but K23 are simply winning them in the end. It's been a story of K23 absolutely picking apart whatever gunfights they want than just destroying the Honoris side. That's been the case so far. K23 have themselves a nice superior lead here. Double up setup being brought to the tail by Honoris. They get started with the advantage there before it gets handed right over to K23. 3 kills to the good, but Lunatic with 3 kills of his own. Jo now in a 1v2 situation, but Sobel going for the no-scope. That was simply his blunder. Lunatic's hard work, his hard-earned 3 kills have gone down the drain. And K23, they'll get that round and continue on their streak. 8 to the good now. And now they have a lead ensured at the end of the half. Honoris, that was theirs to take. The no scope was really unnecessary. You kind of just had to use the scope, flick down, take Jo. Plenty of time in that battle to do so. But they learn and they move on. It's K23 now are primed and ready to take this map completely. Gonna go down the secret side this time, K23, but they're gonna fully pursue it this time around rather than just having a few players here just to lurk and do some damage. Right, go again, same angle with the MP9, but a bit further back because we saw his angle last time around. It didn't really work out in his favor. Very silent so far from K23 just to play with the minds of Honoris. And Magnoia's once again has done a bit of a wrap around in towards heaven. How many times has this T side just wrapped around into heaven? K23 have just been handed so much map control here in this T side. And Lunatic, he's holding this. He's ready for the angle. MP9, good for 1. There's another player from where that came. Lunatic upgraded to the AK, but not expecting a second player to be there as X5 gets a trade. But this is a low buyout from Honoris, so this is to be expected. Reiko now has to try and do some work with the MP9. Sobo with the 5-7 doing work. I disbalanced there, getting some help on in, and I disbalanced with a second, almost falling. If that was a rifle, for sure he would have fallen. And that's more damage being dealt. X5 getting a trade. The Deagle doing work down to a 1v1 as X5 is versus Sammy in this battle. Sammy shows away some information onto X5 as he does make some noise in terms of the footsteps. It's going to be a Deagle versus a rifle. And that's going to be head spotted, no problem. Again and again and again for K23. Close rounds, but it doesn't really matter. They're almost secure for their money for the rest of this half because look at them. They're almost all above 10K. It's just been such a strong start. And as I said, methodical as always. They're finding out the problems, the holes in Honoris, and they're just picking apart at them. And Honoris have simply not been closing them up. Sure, they've been made aware of it, but they're still not finding the solution that will get them the right answer. A different variation of the outside smokes from K23 this time around. I tend to call it the Astralis smokes because this is the type of smokes that they have been known for bringing into use often. Provides them a little bit more access in towards garage and map areas like that. Now it's gonna be a ramp play. Sobo good for 1. X5 immediately getting the trade and adding on top of the methodical playstyle out from K23. They've also been hitting their shots very well, and Magnoias has been doing so much damage on the server, being 15 and 5. Things settle down for just a little bit because now K23 are gonna get that 1-for-1 trade and trade on in. But I feel like this A side hold is looking very strong out here for Honoris. Clearing this one out very thoroughly here, K23. Checking every single angle as possible. But now 40 seconds looms over the clock and they will have to make a move on here to one of the bomb sites. As they're coming in from the main side, and Lunatic has caught the first kill onto X5. Another where that came from, though. There's more, and Reiko gets that kill. However, this balance not going to go down without getting a frag of his own, but he's going to get pre-fired. Reiko taken down to a 2-on-2. A player surely to come in up the vent. Jo takes him down, Molotov into heaven, but that's where the last CT player is. Lunatic taking Jo, dropping down off the heavens, and K23 again. Down to another 1v1, but Honoris are just not getting the rounds. K23 again with a 10th. They find double digits, but with no real resistance in terms of rounds here. And maybe that win percentage really was true here. This is the map pick of Honoris as well. Grabbing Samey. A lot of kills just landing here for K23, but you gotta hold up a second because there are players coming in from the lobby section. They can retrieve some weapons. Kaz has picked up an op for his troubles. And if 1 or 2 kills start falling the way of Honoris, this might be dangerous here. Good extinguish out from his teammate. Wall bangs on through. Still no kill, only attack in. Finally there, but Raijin, that was just there. That's a beautiful bait out by Jo in towards the vent. You might not think it was a bait, but he just let himself fall, let himself die, because Honoris knew that he was there. They were going to turn their attention to him, allowed Raijin to just flank around, and they were not ready for him. Their attention was too focused, and it's 11-0. This is on their T side as well. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I was like, okay, why are K23 getting started on their T side when they have the choice to go CT side? Because this is what's being brought into their faces here. Honoris on K23's T side. It's been an absolute brilliant start here, but now an advantage here as Lunatic has taken Raijin. So Honoris are started with a 5v4. Maybe this is their chance to get themselves the first round on the board. Sprays right through the smoke, but they'll get down in towards secret safely enough. The smokes finally do dissipate and expire. Upholding, Jiggle peeking, Night is balanced, not going to be handed over. As I think they realize that there is an up there from that shoulder peak. Smoke going to be dropped in their faces, and Lunatic going to get into this battle. The next 5 has taken him down to a 4-on-4, and that kill went untraded. Idis Balance not connecting with that shot, looking for some more. Gets down into Secret with the rest of his teammates. Will get to reload as well, so we'll have a fresh magazine going into the next few battles. Jo, I think he might be looking to lurk over and be a late player down the vent side once he hears those steps, but Sobel to hold. He's looking, adjusts, gets the lineup, and that's Sobel there, ready and waiting. Is another from where that came, but Samey was ready. Now Jo in a 1v3, so now Honoris are looking front and ready to get their first shot on the board. Or maybe, because Jo's good for 1, but there's simply no time. He doesn't decide to run down the vent and get that bomb, and there was probably no time for that in the first place. So Honoris, they finally get themselves on the board here. They're not going to go scoreless. They deny the 16-0 possibilities. But man, K23 nonetheless, it's still such a dominant start here. Again, a lot of battles here, and actually the shotgun doing a lot of work right there, and the rifles as well. Next 5 now all alone, and Honoris looking good here to getting themselves a decent scoreline at the end of the half, possibly, compared to what they could have had. And nice one tap out from X5, and almost getting a second. I was a bit scared there, because it was only down to that 1 versus 1. But Honoris, they make it work. But the thing is, their economy has just been kept humble every single time because K23, they've made these rounds close. But I don't think K23 are in the nets of economic safety just yet, even though they had a lot of money here. Actually, they might just do so, even if they lose this round. They will have a bit of loss bonus slightly racked up for themselves. Smoke down. Is this one going to get underway here for K23? Will it be them going back on the board, or will it be Honoris continuing on here, possibly bringing themselves to an 11-4? But on the T side for K23, getting already 11 is already such a huge feat here, especially on your opponent's map pick. But maybe a thought lingers in my head though. K23 picked the T side in intention of getting a lot more rounds than what they would have wanted, because it might not be all too great on their CT side. We'll just have to see how that one pans out in the end. But still, they don't have a low percentage, or they don't have a high percentage for no reason. Do deserve it. Smokes are dropped, and again, K23 with a methodical, a very quiet playstyle to the table once again. Off shot ringing through, but no kills just found. 25 seconds remaining. They've let the clock run down so much, and Rico, his position is sort of known because the Molotov does a bit of tag damage onto him. They're going to run on in. I don't know if Rico is known to be in this position still. He's on top of Hot, and he could activate at any time. Sammy and Rico getting kills at the same time, and Honoris are cleaning this A side take up. They've used too much time, and all Raijin can do here is just save. He has plenty of residual cash here. He's gotten a kill, but dying after time is exactly what he doesn't want here. But Honoris, knowing that their economy is still not great and needing to bring some weapons down to the final round of the half, and K23 having a bye anyway at the end of this half, there'll be no problem here for Honoris. Bit of a slow start out from Honoris, but they have weathered the storm that is the K23 T side for now, I say. As Lunatic gets the opening frag before getting traded out by Raijin. 4-on-4 situation start has come on in here for the Honoris camp. 4-on-4. Jo again in the same position, waiting for aggression out for Honoris. But they learned their lesson, and that's really what's granted them the 3 rounds that are on the board here. Jo finally opens up here as Sobel does get caught off guard. The Molotov to stop any sort of peaks to come on in. And he'll drop right down into the lower bomb site. X5 leading the way here. Oh man. K23 regular here. It's a bomb. They just are punched in. It still will go down. Good defense out from his teammates, but Rico is still able to take Idis balance right after he got those digits punched in. Raijin taking Taz, and now it's looking like a 12-3 half out here for K23. A flash to push on forward, and X5 has been spotted. So a 12-3, a strong half out from K23. Will Honoris be able to recover or not? Find out after this break. We're back on our way. And we'll now find out whether or not Honoris are able to recover. The odds aren't too heavily in favor of K23, but still a very strong start here on their T side grants them a very high chance here of closing out this one in a few. Going to be an early ramp ticket. Magnoia's an X5. X5 getting into this battle. Sammy taken down before getting a trade on in. 4-on-4 situation on the cards being created here. Raijin, knife out in hand. There's players out here on the A side. I thought he'd get caught possibly. Jay already coming in from the flank side. That is the ramp section. He takes situation out of his balance, grabbing one. Magnoius, one to the good as well. And it's a complete cleanup. And I don't think they even realized immediately that that was the round done. Raijin had the kid anyway, so they had plenty of time to utilize. It seems like these CIS teams, of course, we all know that they like to take a lot of time on their executes, but K23, even on the retakes, they like to take a little bit of more time, and that's why we see them tending to buy hits a lot more often than teams. But nonetheless, 13-3, they get that piss around. What's the buyout from Honoris? Do they wave their surrendering flags, or do they go for a force buy here? They did get the plant down. They will go for the force. Yeah, they will. Okay. This might be over and done with, because after this, it will be 3-15, because they will be on an eco. Should they lose this round, that's really looking like it would go the way of K23 at the end of the day. Jo spraying down these players, but no, only good for one. So an even start again. Kind of reminds me of the CT side of Honoris a little bit. Or the T side of K23 rather. Because of the outside maneuvers and all the battles that happen in the outside section, the long range battles and some of the unsuspecting players. X5 has to drop in here as Heaven Control has been seeded over towards Sobol. There's going to be a challenge here. X5 going to push on in. X5 getting one, but it's a 2-for-2. And Meat makes things into a 2-versus-2. This kind of is around that you'd want K23 to win. Headshot, but Reiko's still taking out his balance down. The information is there that he has been naded down, but their second player has wrapped around. Raijin not expecting this for sure. And Sobol should be able to get this kill without a single problem. There is a bit of a problem because he doesn't get it immediately. Rico's there to peek out through. And Honoris find their first round here in the second half. A good recovery, considering that K23 had the superior weapons in that round. So K23, they aren't going to be granted that opportunity into map point just yet. Things are going to stay afloat for now. (13-4). And it's going to be a force buyout from K23. They're going to counter force buy this into this round. Jo spotting one, maybe more. And that's going to be a help out here as he finds a second. Good start here from the Estonian Eagle here, taking another. But Raijin has found that frag himself. Might get hungry for some more here, but he has the support of X5. More players, more battles. Sobol taking out his balance down. And not the AUG in the hand to Lunatic can now start to make some nice work here. However, Magnoius with the MP9 Hut is going to be a bit of a danger as they run on in. It depends how he's going to peek out here. Well, they expect them to be in this position at this time. Bomb is going to be planted for the heaven side. X5 getting a trade for Sobol. And Magnoius peeking out a hut as he was going to creep out anyway. 14-4. So Honoris' success here in the second half is going to be short-lived as a counterforce buyout from the CIS squad gets working. You can see there around history. Magnolia's had a brilliant start, but he has slowed down. It's X5 that's been doing a lot of it at the end. And his balance has been relatively quiet so far. I think it's because he hasn't really had the chance to utilize that AWP like he'd want to. 14-4 it is. An 8 damage dealt as Lunatic chipped away. Smoke as well down. Jo taking that first kill onto Tans to get things underway. And to get things further started here as Jo. Gonna get into this battle here. Reloading. And Jo with another. Looking like map point out here for K23 in relatively smooth fashion here. Magnolias grabs another frag, no casualties, and Lunatic left alone here. He's in towards ramp. He's gonna start peeking on in. Honest Balance is waiting actually for him to peek out of this section, this locker room section. Jiggle peeks. And that's going to be all she wrote. 15-4, 11 map points now for K23. This is looking like a map that is over and done with. And Honoris, their map pick, has just been absolutely taken apart and ripped to shreds. And it's not only been a performance on the T side out from K23, they've brought a huge performance to the table on their CT side as well, where they look to close things out here. Molotov's out, a fast maneuver here onto the A site. Magnolia is going to get a lot of battles here, but and it's going to be support there, but 3 kills to the good out from K23. 2 kills fast from Honoris, but 3 from K23. Raijin getting another. It's down to 1 on 3. And it's all she wrote. 16-4 out from K23. A very fast map number 1 out from them. Very destructive. We move on to the realms of Overpass where things might be a little bit more closer. But knowing that it is K23's map pick and seeing how they've prepared so well for Nuke, you might want to feel a little bit desperate, especially if you're an Honoris fan. Especially if you want to see Honoris succeed here. We know what Honoris can do, but this is definitely not what you would have wanted to see and what you've expected. Honoris, a team that's been able to challenge really good teams on a map like Nuke. That's why I'm saying this, because they've beaten ENCE 16-11. They've beaten Heat. They've lost to 9 in their fellow compatriots on Nuke in overtime. They were able to beat big on Nuke. You know, this is such a good map for them. They've beaten Voivoda, beaten Falcons, Lasercats. This is a map that they play all the time, and they're always able to win. I know it's been a bit slow for them at some points, you know, especially in the West Europe series. Sometimes they've been losing a heavy loss to Sinners as well in the Blast major qualifier, but it's still not been all too great. But well, we'll have to find out whether or not K23 will close out the series in a 2-0 fashion, or will it be Honoris being able to recover things, send things to a map number 3, which I believe will be Inferno. So a pretty standard map pool today, but we'll have to find out if that's going to happen, and that will be there right after this short break.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-Bet.
Trying to get the skin of your dream for a long time but can't get it in any way? On our website, you have a unique opportunity to get your favorite knife. Users on our site can hand out skins themselves, and participants need to fulfill some simple conditions. For example, watch a video or buy a case on our website. After that, you automatically become a member of the distribution. Go to the user giveaways tab and do what you like. Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves back into the Realms of Overpass. Map number 2, K23, won it out last time around, and it was really good to see. Nuke as well. Oh my goodness, I can't even get started on that. It was so dominant. I was really questioning why K23 got started on that T side of Nuke instead of getting started on that CT side, as you'd usually expect a team, especially when you have the choice between both sides. It's not a map like Overpass. Overpass is a little bit different. The side that you do start on is actually something that matters, and you've seen it time and time again, especially in ESL Pro League here in the final group for them, where a lot of these teams are picking into Overpass, and it seems to be what side they start on, what side that they're comfortable on, seems to be the deciding factor in terms of winning out the map. And well, it didn't really matter on Nuke, but this time it matters on Overpass. And of course, K23, like I said, they got started on that T side of Nuke, and I was questioning it. I wouldn't be questioning it if it was on Overpass. Maybe they feel comfortable on it. Maybe, especially if you want to finish off on such a strong side like the CT side, that would grant you some really good, you know, sort of put you in a really good situation here on your CT side, especially if you finish off on it and you can get yourself that momentum. It's one of the more CT sided maps that we do have here in the map pool. So here we go. We're going to be live here with Honoris on that CT side, and K23 once again starting on the T side as Honoris. Well, they decide to get started on their CT side as opposed to K23, who wanted the opposite on their opponent's map pick. Just going to be a straight up long take here with Magnolia holding the connector side. Just going to aggress their way on in. They're going to, though, flow right into the toilet section as well. And Honoris, though, aren't going to meet the same aggression that K23 are bringing to the table. They're actually just going to stay on the back of the site because I feel like they believe that it's not going to be a full A dedicate just yet. It'll just be a bit of noise being created and just a bit of poking and prodding just to entice some of these K23 players into their crosshair. A wall bang on in. Thought that was going to do some damage, but not quite enough. But it does arouse the minds of K23. I'll head right back up the stairs on the connector into the A site they go. Will it be successful or will it not be successful? Be a push on in here. X5. There with the pistol. Taz to open up proceedings here. K23 down to a disadvantage early on. The flash is beautiful though. Minus balance getting a trade. A player in towards bank. They'll have to get this bomb down. They'll prioritize that. All 4 players coming in from that CT side. And now Jo is taking Reiko down. Bit of a dink being found, and Jo finds another. They're brute forcing their way in towards the CT side. Do they want to keep the advantage, or do they want to challenge this further? A player in towards bank. Jo has spotted him, but he's going to back off. Lunatic on low HP also, so might just want to focus on Sobel, who of course has that high HP, but the movement, they're blocking each other, but it doesn't matter because the kills are going to fall into the kill feed. A single casualty is all that's going to be for K23, and it seems like it's more of the same has been carried over from DE Nuke. Scout on top. Does get a nice... Oh, that's not even a nice tag. It was very minimal, actually. Possibly it was through the stone. But he does fall as a result with the scout in hand. Up back the connector. Magnoias is... No, he actually doesn't go back up. He just elevates himself in a very thin angle, putting himself in a bit of a more favorable position. And as would be expected. Very quiet so far once again from the T side of K23. They seem to be bringing the similar playstyle here onto Overpass as well. Flash on in, 2 players blinded as a bad X5, taking them down. Taz another one right there, gets taken down, no problem. And Sobel left all alone. He has a flank though, might be able to create something off of it, but doesn't decide to pursue it immediately. So this is a round that seems to be going the way of K23. Will it be more of the same here? This seems like such a strong performance so far from K23, but we're still here early doors. Honoris still have a lot to show and play. K23 have converted that round. That bomb finally detonates. I feel like, a lot of those times when you just wait for that bomb to detonate, especially when there is going to be a save there and the team isn't going to go pursuing for that final player. It feels a lot longer than just 40 seconds. But at least it has ended, and now we're going to be back into the action. But it's going to be a mere eco out from Honoris, as they haven't decided to go for a buy in this round. Flash the rain on forward. A good start here, possibly. Now the bomb will go down, as there's going to be no resistance, as it's just a complete ace stack out from Honoris and Eco sort of push in towards the fountains and the long sections. And no resistance here, as Magnolia is going to look to push out forward. I don't think he'll mind losing his MP9, because he'll just have to buy up an AK-47 instead. And those are the kills coming in simultaneously, holding the back lines. They're going to push on forward here. Will there be a 1D here? Wouldn't be out of the realms of possibilities. Taz is just going to start. Taz is going to start jiggle peeking, maybe find a 1D or 2, but X5 is playing patiently, waiting for him to push on forward. That's going to be a nice kill there, saving the MP9 on forward, but MP9 isn't the best that you could have gotten. You could have gotten an AK, but I think that's understandable. Magnoia, as I said, he wanted to die there because of the fact that he'll buy an AK into the next round, has plenty of money for it. We'll just do so right here and right now. Here we go again. Oh, he's out now. This is going to be the first real challenge out from Honoris. K23 with their playstyle, picking out individual players and being sharp on their 1 versus 1 gunfights, individual gunfights. It is still going to be a huge challenge and a task here for Honoris. No op out from K23, deciding to not go for it. Clearing out all the angles very thoroughly. Samey, wrapping around, spotting the head, taking Raijin. Don't know how he knew exactly that's going to be there. It might have been just a little bit of a cue that gave away that possible position. Flashes and the smokes are going to be dropped down, and Idis Balance going to challenge his way here with the AK-47. Samey though, peeking on forward, clearing things possibly. K23 now staring down the barrel of a A-side take here. As X5 looks to push on forward, they can't go double back down to B, but considering they're setting their smokes up here and using a lot of time to do so, seems like A-side is the only option that they can take. There is an op here. We'll have to be careful. Samey has to back off the bank though. Might be conceding the plant here. Flicks up, not going to find that kill. Maybe a wall bang. Bomb site is open for the taking, possibly. X5 looking to get that bomb down, but smartly done by X5 to plant a little bit to the left to avoid getting taken down by that opper in towards back. Sobel from the long side. Magnolia is taking him down. Good start here, as now things are equalized. As now the retake looks to get started here for Honoris. Lunatic. Oh, he's just going to get taken down. X5 with the trade. Now Idis Balance looking to hold the angle down. Samey fighting that frag as well. And X5 holding so well. And Reiko getting that frag. It's now a 1v1 all of a sudden. The damage has been dealt. And Jo, all he needs there is to get one bullet to the chest. But finds the headshot with the Galil. Upgrades to that up as well. Drops it over to his teammate. And K23, the first challenge seems to go into their favor. But it was quite costly, to be honest. Or 0 start for K23. They'll look to make it 5 here, as now it's just a mere half buyout from Honoris. Reiko, of course, with the MP9. He's been able to afford to do so. Maybe can do a little bit more damage here, as it's a bit of a stack from Honoris out on the B side of things. Samey. Take it down. Magnolia is taking him through. A 5-on-4 start here. Damage dealt, and here we go. Magnolia is already tagged down. There's a player in the lower section. Some Molotov, Sobel taken down by X5. As they start to push on forward here. Idis Balance. Well to support with the flashes. Raijin takes him down. X5 holding the flanks as well. Oh, he's going to be able to take down Reiko without a problem. And Lunatic left alone here. A very nice cleanup here by K23, avoiding that stack completely. And Lunatic in this position, waiting for K23 to aggress on forward, but he'll do the aggressing himself. He'll just want to get this round over and done with. He knows he has no chance. 5 on the spin now for K23, and it's been more of the same. The same T-side start here on Nuke is happening on Overpass. K23 are being dominant once more. You see there. Sure, Honoris are going to get a buy here, but K23 will just be able to break it down. They're going to put themselves in a half-buy situation over and over again. And on the CT side, it's not like you can buy Deagles every time. You're going to have a decent save here just to have something sort of viable into the next round. Idis Balance taking Taz for the first frag, and Raijin now AK-47 in hand. It's the back spotted here, and Sammy, I feel like he's been the player that's been integral so far in keeping K23 at base so far. You know, he's just been there with that up, shutting down some of these players. That's just been the situation that's been on the cards here. Now they're going to start to push in. Aggressive maneuvers. There's players in towards heaven. Water as well. Lunatic finding that frag. Head spotted. Now the short players will have to activate in just a moment here. There on the left side, he's holding Reiko, taking him down. Looks to pivot back onto the short side. Takes him down. Now, right side player in towards water, but Magnolia's going to activate again himself. The upper, though, holding, and this is looking like a Honoris round. Sidus balance, not able to do anything here, as he doesn't connect with that flick either. So Honoris find themselves on the board here finally. Not going to let it go to an 11-0 start here for K23. Now they can start to recover. And K23, they still have plenty of money. But as I said, Honoris can now recover. Now start to encroach upon the position of K23 earlier on, rather than starting to encroach when it's too late, when it's 11-0 already to K23. Five v 5 still, as no real battles again have come into force. K23 again with a very slow and quiet start, putting pressure on different areas of the map. And early on into the rounds, Honoris aren't able to tell whether or not they're going towards A or B. Gonna throw themselves a flash on over. K23. They've actually already gotten themselves a decent enough foundation here on their T side. You know, 6 rounds is already a nice sweet spot that I like to see, but already getting 5 within round number 7 of play is already nice to see out from them. Taz here at the M41S. And that goes Taz, and X5 able to get that first kill. Sammy taking Raijin, and Sammy with another. Again going huge at it up. I said that CT up is so important on overpass. Sobel grabbing 2 of his own, getting a 3rd, and holds it all down. Him and Sammy just go hand in hand, and K23 are shut down. So that slow play not working out for them in their favor, and Honoris are going to continue on here, allowing K23 to further their lead. Here we go, battles again. Oh, Rico gets absolutely chopped down from that position. Out to a 4-on-5 to get things underway here. X5. Now another boost to come up in, as the T side seems to do it this time around. Might be able to catch off Lunatic or something. Cap there, head spotted. Now that's X5. Methodical plays are back here for K23, but the round isn't over and done with because it only puts things in a 4-on-4. Rico taking X5, and now he gets another frag to the good, and Sammy fragging away. Raijin getting some trades, but Taz finally getting a frag of his own, and Honoris with a very strong bomb site hold this time around again. And K23 completely stopped in their tracks as they'll have to concede this one. JL will be forced to save in this one. Oh, needs a lot of flashes to run on over here for the Honoris side early on, just stacking up their utility. It's a very labored buyout for K23. Having 2 pistols in the mix of all those rifles on board, and they've already drained utility here. Or even possibly they didn't even have utility to get started with because of the fact that their money wasn't all too great. We'll have to wait for the push out in just a moment here. And fours in hand, and Samey gets himself underway possibly. He's been so good with that up now, the only player on Honoris to have a positive KD. Putting up with the first and the second. That's a good hold there from the Polish upper. Some more on the cards as he finds a third. It's no problem for the man now this time around. K23 streaker runs have really been shut down by Samey because he's been so strong right now. 5-on-2 situation. Map pick of K23 looking... No, it's not bad for them. But they might be wanting and longing for a little bit more than what they've had, or what they have so far. Will this just be a safe decision here? Because they're completely locked out here. So they're just going to chill and just let the clock run out and save. Very interested to see how this is going to work out, though. So they will have to force in the next round, I'm assuming. Now only cutting down the lead to just 1 round here. Magnolia's with the Molotov, taking Lunatic down early. And that's a good start here, considering that their buys hit the best and they forced, or not really forced, but half bought their way into this aside from the safe weapons here. And Itis Balance is able to take an AWP into the mix. Very quiet round once again, but the advantage is still with K23 in the midst of all those battles. And Sobel pushing down the connector side, and X5 has been waiting. Takes Sobel down. 5-on-2, and most unlikely is the rounds that you'd expect K23 to win. Out of all the rounds that they have been able to take through, and all the rounds that they haven't been able to take through, it's not really looking... It's really, on paper, wouldn't it look like a round that they should have been taking. Draco now left alone. You're on this B site, so he will have to challenge this. We'll have to get a lineup, but... Oh, the lineup was there, but wasn't able to get the frag. And now, a 1v5 situation out here for Taz, who just has to try and do economic damage, possibly, not even just win out the round here. As now he probably looks for a position to just save and just set up camp here for the rest of this, because it's really looking impossible here in this round. So K23 will get that sweet spot I'm talking about in round, getting 6 rounds on the board, excuse me. But anything from there on forward, I would really like to see from them, because that would get themselves a nice, comfortable position. Because of course, a 6 T-side half would mean You know, 9-6 scoreline. If you get 7, that's 8-7. You know, instead of a 3-round difference, it's only a 1-round difference. Basically, the closest that you can even get. Tactical pause out from K23. They just want to call something here. Maybe just fix up any sort of issues, iron out any issues here on their T side. Hasn't been all too smooth sailing so far from them. Timeout finally ends, and now K23 and Honoris are getting back into the heat of things in this map of Overpass. K23 and towards Playground already. The bomb is dropped in towards that spawn side, and when that's all happening, Sammy uses that long range battle to his advantage and takes down the first player from the connector side. Just been so good with that up. It's just been unbelievable how he's been able to just take a lot of these battles so easily. Flashes to the B side it is, actually. I was thrown over the bush, was it? Or was it bounced off of it? Don't seem to know. Because we do see teams all the time throwing flashes over the bush to flash down that B site, but doesn't seem like that's the case here. Gonna throw a bait smoke here onto the A side, maybe bait out a few rotates. Reiko's actually set put here on towards that CT side of the map, and it's gonna be a push here onto the B side it is. Bear makes his way in towards this barrel side. They've entered their way on in. A smoke in towards mid bridge, and Sammy has got another kill on Titus balance, so it's a 5-on-3 situation here. They look to get this bomb down, but Reiko looking to deny it completely. He's going to push off 40. Still going to get the plant down. Lunatic and Reiko getting kills of their own. A 1-on-5 situation now for Raijin. Already shooting away some bullets. Good for one, but that's all he's going to get. Bomb will get defused now, and Honoris. That's their 5th on the board, but that was well-deserved one. And again, Sammy picking apart everyone who was lurking in towards the A side, being a pest, trying to bait out sort of a fake play that was looking to come through here. And yeah, that was quite easy there for them. Single round separating both sides once again in K23. Well, you'd feel like that they are under pressure to get a few more here, especially when it is their map pick. Here we go. Next 5 taken. Reiko to get started. It's okay. 23. When they have the advantage, they seem to be able to convert it relatively nicely here. Again, very quiet there. Taz just Let's cross around that dead body. But anyways, just going to be a B take here. So Taz going to be utilized here. He's right in front of the smoke. That smoke might grant him a bit of a nice cover. Molotov is dropped in towards the short side. And execute right in, possibly in just a few moments. Molotov, as it flashes over, they're going to start pushing in. Lunatic, his position is given away as he runs away through the fire and the flames. X5 looking to activate. Taz been taken down as he was right through the smoke. And Raijin finding that kill into Lunatic. And Sammy again with that op doing some work. However, his opposite number takes him down. And Sobol now with a 1v4 situation against him. And once again, the same situation as Taz was a few rounds ago. Just have to wait and save. Sobol is able to save that AK-47 successfully. Don't have to buy too much here, and he's actually going to be able to drop for his teammates if needed. Here we go now as Lunatic and Magnolia is getting started here, and Reiko running a frag as well. The rest of the K23 squad trying to pummel them. So it's right into the side of Sammy finding that kill. And Sobol just starting to get frags of his own. Taz elevated as well. Should be able to take Raijin in just a few moments. Gets off of it. Isn't able to see him all too well anymore with Sammy holding. Yeah, that was going to be his to take any day of the week. Well, these K23 have already gotten themselves 7. Honoris now. They're still under pressure on their CT side because K23 had such a good start on their T side. But at least it's not like the situation like we had on Nuke, like I was saying earlier. Never a good thing to see. Rico bagged a little bit. And K23 just really silent on their T side. I'm actually amazed like how silent that they can stay. You really don't hear anything at all. They just hold, wait for single gunfights to prop up for them and take their opportunity. But Honors have played a very good game at trying to return the favor, considering how effective this has been so far. Okay, so that flash does bounce off the bushes. Sobol, though, cracks the silence, breaks the deadlock, firing first blood to Raijin. Magnolia is taking Sobol down as well, and now Taz is going to try and recover, but he can wrap around. He spotted the legs of Jo. Are they rotating back towards the B side of things? That might be a possibility here as Taz is there, rifle in hand. That's Taz taking on his balance now, and that's going to be X5 getting a trade now. A 3-on-3 situation on the cards has been created. Now Magnolia is starting to push on in, taking Lunatic as well. Magnolia is with another onto Reiko. It's now a 1v3 situation for Sammy here, and it's going to be a lead at the end of the half. Once again established by K23 on their T side. And I wonder what their CT side is going to be like. Because surely if it's in your map pick, you'd expect it to be a lot stronger than your T side. So you might want to start feeling worried if you're the Honoris side, and it seems like they've answered what I've been saying because they're going to call a tactical pause here. Final round of the first half here. Honoris really trying to find out what they can do with their buy. They haven't been able to really find economic stability aside from the rounds that they were able to get in a row. But other than that, it's just been a tale of woe for them in terms of their economy. And a method to the madness at K23, albeit a little bit different and a bit more odd compared to different sides. Just very silent. It kind of reminds me of the old Gambit roster rather than the Cloud9 roster we have today. Even though they're also quiet, but I feel like that Gambit roster before was, you know, in the online era was the quietest of rosters. That Molotov does miss into barrels, so they aren't able to clear that section out at that time. X5 decides to surf back into position, holding the angles here. 4 players stacked here to the B site. Maybe they got information on that and they don't want to challenge it. They're in party. Sobel peeking on through. Raijin caught off. Raijin does get a little bit of damage though for his troubles. Magnoyas looks to try and help out here. And his balance, so with that up, you have to be careful here, Sobel, on decide on what gap that he decides to peek on through. Sobel taking Magnoyas, and now a 5-on-3 situation has been created single-handedly by Sobel as well, holding with that up, and Isaac's balance caught when he's unscoped. Jo getting that frag, but there's 35 seconds left on the clock. They'll have to make a move on here. And X5 is still here on the lurk. Lunatic is holding this. That's a resmoke. That's a damage heard. And oh, he decided to push on forward here. It's not the decision you'd want to make. And now they possibly know that it's a take onto the A side of things. Information is there. And Taz is there with the FAMAS in hand. And he's just going to hold, take the first. And the second is probably just going to fall to his demise here. Right, his balance. Take it one. And if he takes out Taz here, it could be interesting, but there's simply no time. Actually, I just realized that. But it's going to be as close as it can be. We'll head to a short break once again, and we'll continue map number 2 in just a few moments. Eight to 7 it is for K23 and Honoris. And here we go. Magnoyas tagging away on some of these players to get things started. Very quiet again, but Honoris is starting to break the deadlock. It's almost like K23's pistol round has been played out by Honoris. And the rotates are here as the steps have been heard, but Raijin is in towards this long side. Lunatic opening up. Now Raijin starting to pummel his way in from the long side, but he's only going to be good for one frag. Jay already pushed up there by Reiko, and Magnoya is trying to recover, but it's an Honoris round written all over it. X5 here with the pistol. Not able to do much here as he takes down Lunatic, but now a 1-on-2. Here's X5 is looking primed and ready to take this over and done with. X5 taking Taz, and now wrap around forward again, and almost a 1 versus 1 that could have went the way of X5, but Honoris take it. And they type the scoreline here at 8 apiece, finding the second pistol round of this second half. Or second pistol round of this entire match, excuse me. But I wonder what will happen if this map or match was to go to Inferno as a decider. I feel like that's going to be a bit of a different one. And I think K23's intention here, by reading what the veto was like, you know, it was their intention to take this series 2-0. But this map has not shaped up like to be the map of Nuke that was on earlier. Flash over, Mac 10 damaged up, and Sobol just going berserk on the B side. 3 quick kills there to the good, but Raijin, well, he's able to recover with a single deagle frag of his own. Good start here. Zydus balance himself. Peeking on through. Reiko tagged up as well. Wants nothing to do with this really, because Zydus balance, of course, he forced into this round, doesn't really want to lose a scout. Of course, make it easier for him to get frags and do some more economic damage in the eco round, which will be the next round. They haven't done economic damage here to Honoris in this one, so they aren't going to decide to force into the next one. So we'll just have to see them try to do whatever they can with the eco in the next round. Spots out one. Still not able to get a tag, rather catches a tag to his head. As Honoris find that round without a problem here. 9-8 here as they've finally taken themselves a lead here in this this series in general, because Nuke was really K23, and K23 at the start here been able to maintain their lead, but now it's finally faltered and it's finally broken. Molotov's right over. Needs to land on in. Push on forward it is. Magnolia's here. Damaged up. Mac 10 on Sobol. As Sobol takes Magnolia's down, and now Jo here with the deagle looking to send on in forward. Jo taking Lunatic, and Reiko there to get a trade. It's now a 4-on-3 situation here. As now Honoris just gotten that bomb down here in this eco. At least they're able to get one. They're all that, but oh, that's going to be information heard here for Taz. So now Honoris can stack their numbers here towards this monster section where they can, or even if they save here, they won't be in safety at all because, you know, of course, Taz was able to hear everything. Eavesdropping on their positions. They're going to challenge that, but do they want to challenge it further? Or do they just give it up and just save their weapons, be content with it, end the round? So double digits found by Honoris here, and it's off to a brilliant start here on their T side. They find the second in the second half as well. Quite a few rounds of play here, and Honoris have had no problem there getting that pistol round and getting that conversion and then getting that eco. So K23, they will have a buyout this time around. Idis Balance now taking out that op. That could be the deciding factor here in this one. Because we saw Sammy, how good he was with that op and how poor Honoris were with rounds without that op. Maybe that could be the tide changer here for K23 as well. Lunatic gonna aggress on forward. A Molotov onto the left side. Nobody is there. And anyways, that Molotov really didn't quite hit the mark there. Didn't land where he wanted it to land. And Idis Balance gonna be handed over this information. Exchange of damage between Magnolias and Sobol in their battle. Smoke into the toilets though. And that's gonna stop Honoris in their tracks for now. Raijin. Oh, that's the op spotted. I don't think he wants to battle that. We'll drop a smoke behind him. on the right side, but knowing that that smoke is down there, does Sammy expect it? The answer is yes, indeed, and Sobel even grants himself a nice upgrade here into an M4. Oh, but that smoke dissipates at the worst time possible. Lunatic's able to find that kill, and now Jayo now under pressure here completely, and this is a clean round, a save for sure for K23. Picked apart piece by piece. Honoris, this is a brilliant performance from them so far on their T side. Allowing K23 any sort of substance or sort of substance of a comeback at all here. Just been all Honoris so far here on their T side, and now that can boost their confidence here, especially on the map pick of K23. K23, they got themselves quite a few rounds getting started on their T side before being really brought to even Stevens with the Honoris side. Will it be the same, or will Honoris just start to run away with this map? Who knows? That will be a question that we'll have to wait and see. Damage dealt already at the X5. This is a half buy, of course. They'll bring out the saved weapons that they had from the last round. Sammy, again, up in hand. He's finding a lot of frags here with that up. This balance still getting one, but it's another. Expecting him to come from party. The wrong decision here as Reiko takes out his balance down. Down and dropped here. As Honoris look to get themselves underway themselves. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Sobel taking Jayo. 4-on-2 situation. Smokes down a Molotov on the left side as well. 50 seconds remaining on the clock. The bomb will go down as well. And again, K23, I think they might just want to consider saving. They don't really have anything really to save aside from their armor, so there is something to save. But yeah, no, it's not looking all too great for this K23 side. Reiko taking Raijin. And yeah, really is not looking good here at all for K23. X5 is going to save, but it's literally only a P250. Taz, oh yeah, the round didn't get done yet. Yeah, I forgot about that. Taz just ran in. Thought the round's done because we had switched camera scenes, but no. Well, Taz able to take him down. It was only a P250 at the end of the day. They're going to get rifles on board here. The only thing that they were going to be able to save over was the armor. Not really too much use out from them, but we'll have to see what this round brings us. Smokes on over. This balance gonna tag away, but Reiko just gonna get tanked down ever so slightly. Oh, Sobel peeking on through here, taking X5 down. Magnolia's taken down Sobel, and now 4-on-4 situation on the cards here. No, he's not able to get more than just one, even though they lined up. And Sammy again, he's just been so good with that up so far. 19-11 on the server. is really showing what's up here. It's going to be 13 for Honoris. As Raijin picks up that up and will just have to save it. This is so good. Now from Honoris that, you know, it's kind of nullifying the start that K23 had on map number 1. And Honoris showing their true colors here. Just going to push on forward slightly as Raijin and Jo will look to save, but they won't be anywhere near their Honoris. Will get the round and also 3 weapons saved. Tactical pause out from K23, looking to discuss whatever they can here. They will get a buyout, but still, Honoris are really getting closer here. This might just end up being 15 granted over soon. Enough. Honoris just been one step ahead here on the T side, and K23 not really getting any rounds here on there in the second half at all, really. Pulling this one on down here. Has taken. Now X5. That's a good start now. K23 though have to convert. Rico. Oh, he was elevating himself up and Raijin got caught off guard there. That's a free trade right back here for Honoris, and I feel like that's K23's kill to take at least, just to maintain that advantage, even if Raijin got traded. But there we go. Sobel getting a kill of his own, and now a 4-on-3 situation. This might just end up being 15 in just a moment as Lunatic takes Magnoia's down. Jo has to recover, good for 1, but needs more here. Still going towards water where they'll try and get some more frags. They're nading water. They know that he's probably in towards that water position. This balance holding with that up, and now he has to get this kill. Jiggle peeking, finding that frag. Now back down to a 2-on-2. Lunatic on low HP as well. This will be difficult now. Oh, if he shoots, don't know what's going to happen here, but that Molotov is going to be good onto his position. Got to deny the plant for now. It's actually going to kill Lunatic rather than Sammy. Now wrapping around the left side. Sammy fast with the op. Now in a 1 versus 1. He's been able to do so many nice op shots. It's not out of the realms of possibilities where he's able to get this one as well. And he's going to peek on through, but this balance faster than ever. We'll get that flick and we'll grant the 9th round here for K23. Comes up clutch in that scenario, and K23 are finally going to break the drought here and break the deadlock for themselves here in this second half. (13-9) scoreline it is, and Honoris denied access, but it was like the same story on Nuke though. That was the situation. But it wasn't for long until K23 were able to close it out. Might be the same here on Overpass for Honoris. Already On the damage being dealt, but no kills coming into the kill feed just yet. Raijin in the same position though. Oh, he's been so good here. Will he be able to catch off one? He will do so. Sammy ready to get the trade. Rico right here, ready and waiting, but Rico has just been on top of the game so far. Itis balance and spraying through the smoke, almost that up. Connecting onto that Opera Sammy. Wrapping around now the left side. How's this battle going to shape up here? Sammy has slipped right through the smoke. Oh my goodness, he's caught a timing here. He might not expect this at all. However, Jayo's able to get Taz. That provides a little bit more control and a little bit less opportunity for things to go out of control. However, Sobel able to take down Jayo. Sammy getting that kill dice balance. There goes that flank. It starts to activate. Now a 2-on-2 where it shouldn't have been a 2-on-2. Bomb will go down, get planted for the toilet section. Magnolia's on the rotate. X5 already here in towards the long section. Is it known for its position? Because they didn't clear out that long side. Also, they already got that kill on the long side, so they don't expect another player to be here. So it's really all down to X5 to see whatever he can get. They're both in towards that mid-toilet side. A good hold there. Opera gets tagged down. Molotov to be dropped. We'll have to reload here. Bomb will have to get defused somehow. And I don't know what's going to happen here. He's going to hold. Oh, Magnolia is good for one and the second. Is there time for the defusal? He didn't get on it immediately. I think there's just enough time. There will be just enough time. K23 fighting double digits and Honoris. Oh, that was a round that really could have went their way. But earlier on, we said earlier that K23, this round was theirs to take as well. So, I don't know, a 50-50 round there. But it did fall the way of K23 at the end of the day. And now there's their opportunity to close out the lead here. And, you know, if they're going to be able to break the Honoris economy in due time, that could put themselves slightly in forward here. Need to break out the door. Raijin aggressing on forward. Reiko is already slipped right through in towards playground, and he knows there's a second player there. But Sammy, you gotta be careful that there's more players there. You know, you kind of like if you weren't gonna do that, you would have just backed off into your position. But Reiko, fast peak as ever, and now this balance taken out. But there is a trade in towards this B side of things. As both players were ready for it. Jo on the rotate, gonna hold towards the bank side. Has a decent amount of utility that he can use, but he's not going to decide to use it just yet. Here's the plant. Still stay still, waiting for aggression, excuse me. And now, Sammy just holding the back sides, and he's able to take Magnolias down. 3v2. Slight advantage here for Honoris. Tag away, but Jo still gets that frag. Looking for more. There's another for where that came. Jayo's on low HP, so he's not going to be able to live. Taz finds X5 from the back lines. And Honoris find 14, getting closer and closer to that all-coveted 15. Grant the map point here to send things to Inferno. Here we go again. Round number 25 of play, K23. There's 6 rounds to play for. They will need to get all 6 of them really to get themselves a victory here in regulation. It is a tall task, but it can be done. And we've seen that from plenty other teams and plenty of K23 games that they can do so. But the way Honoris have been playing so far, it's just been so strong here. Down to an eco though, so they're looking to give up overtime here, K23. Now pushing on forward, it's going to be a stack from the pistols. Reiko good for 1, and they're going to get a lot of more frags on the site. 4 kills to the good. X5 all alone here. Very nice cleanup here onto the eco, and Sobo on the back lines very late. Easy enough as ever. That's 5 map points now here for Honoris to take their opponent's map pick. Wow. So it seems like it's a trade of map picks here. They have 5 chances to close this one out, and Honoris have been so dominant and so good. I don't really see them not closing this one out, but maybe K23 have something up their sleeve here. Maybe they have something to show us finally before we send things to the third map. How much dot do they spray through? Put in pallet here. On this balance, just holding as well. Oh, tagged up slightly. Now this balance does take a little bit of it. There we go. Holding out, and Raijin takes him down. 5v4 situation being created right here. X5 fighting that kill onto Sobol as well. And that's another frag as well. K23, they're plucking these kills out of the air. It's nice to see. They're not done and over just yet. And they have a little bit of fight left into them. But Sammy has been so good with that up. Challenging. X5 finding that kill. Taz there. Barrel spotted. Taz finds that frag. And X5 still on the side, thinking he's in towards Monster. And X5 clears it out in the end. 15-11 now. 4 more match points to play for. And there's plenty of money in the bank here for Honoris. But there is an expiry date on it. And if K23 are able to get more and more slowly and slowly, might have a nice game on our hands once again. (15-11) indeed, and now K23 want to get more and more because they cannot concede any rounds. They cannot make any mistakes from here on out because, of course, that would grant them the loss here. Maybe to set things to overtime and then just take out the victory in the end. That, of course, is the ultimate goal, considering that they let Honoris get into overtime. We'll have to see if Honoris do switch up their demeanor in these further rounds, knowing that they have 15 rounds on the board. A lot of teams do seem to do that, and it really kind of bites them in the back in the end. Similar positions across the board here for K23. Angle held for Nidus Balance. Not going to give away too much. Just going to drop a smoke down. Move across. Lunatic taking Raijin. Oh, he's not going to hit that shot. Hits in right between them. And now, Honoris are looking good to close this one out. Jo though holding on the right side. Reiko falling. And Lunatic. Oh, that's a nice bit of damage. But Lunatic is still able to find that kill. Like Magnoias though. And X5 have to step up to the plate here for this clutch situation. A 4-on-2. Sammy tagged down a little bit. Is going to go down here. Sammy just holding. It's now a 1-on-4. It's looking over and completely done. We'll have to send it to the realms of Inferno. Yeah, it's unfortunate there. 16-11, and Honoris, they recover so well here. They don't let that first map get to them. They put things back into a bit of a level playing field onto Inferno. I'm really excited for this because Inferno, of course, it's not the best of maps for both sides. Overpass and Nuke, those are percentages really heavily in the favor of K23. And I thought for a second that we're going to have Honoris winning out Nuke because they're so good, and K23 winning out Overpass, but it seems to be the other way around. We couldn't really decide because K20 had the same exact win percentage and the same exact sample size for Nuke and Overpass, so nothing much more to say here. But we move on to Inferno. Honoris 38% out of 24 maps, 25% out of 8 maps here for K23. I'm feeling an Honoris victory from here on out, but K23, I know that they can play Inferno. If they're at their best, they can win it out. And last time I casted them on Inferno, they didn't have a good percentage back then. It was back in like a slight, it was a bit of a different lineup back in like late 2022, but still, nonetheless, similar lineup by this balance, of course, he can do some good work on Inferno, but it's all about whether or not that team can show up. But that is going to be map number 3, and that's of course going to answer the question whether or not Honoris or K23 is going to take the series 2-1. But we'll just have to take a short break, and you'll just find out right after.
hunger for glory, feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions. A very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-bet.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
Welcome back. We have ourselves underway in just a moment with map number 3 between Honoris and K23. We had a very good trade of map picks. Actually, it was actually very interesting. I thought K23 were going to take this at 2-0 because Honoris really good team on Nuke, and K23 absolutely destroyed them 16-4. Bit of a mixed bag on Overpass though, as it was a 16-11 victory out from Honoris, and I feel like the scoreline makes it seem like Honoris it was a little bit closer than it should have been, but it was really dominant out from Honoris most of it, because really what granted K23 a lot of their rounds was their early run of form in the T side. They actually got started like 5-0, and I thought it was going to end up being like Nuke, but it actually wasn't. Honoris took it from there, grabbed them by the neck, and just absolutely started beating them down. Some of the rounds are very close. But now we enter Inferno. It's a bit of a mixed bag for both sides, but the percentages just slightly favor Honoris in this sort of in this situation. I can't really say much here. Honoris, they've played against Sangal, they lost. They beat Ecstatic twice on it in ESL Challenger Melbourne twice. Looking at more statistics here. Lost to Coalesce, Eyeballers, Apex, so it's a mixed bag from them. There's not really consistency on it. And then on the side of K23, they've played Tricked, Ecstatic, they lost to them. They lost 6 times in a row before winning their last 2 Inferno games, but they played against for the win, and they beat them in overtime. They played Rune Eaters in the close qualifiers, and that is like a mix of players from the old Avangard roster and some Kazakhstani stars. So really just not really anything to say, but I feel like Honor is from the caliber of opponents that they've played against. They've been able to beat Ecstatic twice, and then while K23 lost twice on Inferno, makes me feel like Honor is, they should have this in the bag. They should have this, especially when they have that momentum. Winning out on Overpass, I think it should be theirs to take. But I feel like some of these individual players have to step up here. For K23, I feel like it was one of those maps where things felt really helpless for them at some times. We saw sometimes in towards the long side, there'd just be a bit of a jump up by accident, and that would just be Reiko just pushing on in and taking him down. We saw that a few times in toilets with Raijin and Reiko. We've seen Samey activating well on the op, and if your opper is not going to be activating as well as him, that's going to be a bit of a problem, because they're not going to be performing on level playing fields. But we are going to be here with the pistol round. The odds are slightly towards Honoris. I think that should be expected. As I said, that Honoris are slightly favored here in this final map, but this is going to be great to see. Samey, first point of contact here, and Reiko does the same. It seems to be a quick cleanup so far, but kills are falling very quickly for K23. They just pressure Reiko. I thought it was going to be a quick cleanup, but they weren't hitting their shots for a while. And after Honoris got their first 2 kills, K23 come pummeling right back with kills of their own. Guys, on the way is Lunatic. Takes Raijin and X5 onto Lunatic as well. Good trade. 1-0 start here for K23. As they're up and running here. Molotovs. Nades are down and out here. Raijin tagged away himself for it. Shot forward. Here's Lunatic. I'll move on in, and Itis Balance takes Lunatic down. A good way to start here for K23 as they got that pissed around very nicely. But there's more players from where that came. It is a lean completely here for Honoris as the rotates are already there. The Deagle are going to do damage. X5 taking one, but there's a boost up. Rico only has to finish him off. And oh my goodness, 3 kills to the good for Honoris very fast. A 2-on-2 situation. Sobol's position is now known as that smoke lands right onto his face. The MP9 pushes on through. Rico down. And now Sobol try to clutch. He gets a dink up, but Magnolia is there to help out. And it was a very close one there. Honoris, that force doesn't seem to work out for them, but they did do quite a bit of damage there considering the situation that they were in. Things are now 2-0 for K23. Here we go again in round number 3. Look at this huge stack. A great stack here from Honoris. 3 players tall, or 2 and a bit. Not quite a 3-man stack, but or a 3-man boost, but nobody is here towards B really aside from Taz, but he's deep CT. You might as well not even call it towards the B side of things. They've already gotten the site. They'll clear this out. They'll call it clear. They know it's an eco. Round done and dusted here as K23 will find a 3rd. But Magnolia might be in a little bit of danger here. We'll have to be careful for that. They're going to just run themselves right in here. Try to do some economic damage. Now the rifles will have to hit their shots, so that is something they'll have to be careful about. Taz has already crept his way through and towards the ruin side. Clear things out. Oh, Taz found that one. Jo finding that. More kills, and there goes the pistols doing some work. Reiko getting 2. And that's all she wrote there for Honoris. It's K23 find a 3rd on the board. Get off to a brilliant start here. Molotov going to be dropped on in. Help out. Honoris look to hold this one down. And again, K23 off to a nice start here on their T side, but we see on Nuke that they are able to convert it on Overpass. They aren't able to convert it very well. And not converting that first frag here as that first kill goes away with Reiko. K23 start on the back foot here in this round. They're ready to push on in just a few moments here. We'll be ready to activate here in just a few moments. They'll start to push on forward here. Sammy there with that up, and he's really good with it. We saw it on overpass. We saw his potential. So K23 might just want to be avoiding that whenever they can. If they do spot him out, get that information. Now pushing on in. Sammy taking Magnolia's, Taz taking X5, and Sammy there to take out this balance. A very strong holdout from Honoris here on their CT side as they shut down K23. And that's their round to take here. First on the board for them. No, he's starting to run on in. He's not going to have any respect here. The player's just went into Boiler. So he can wrap around and actually take more damage down than what Magnoise is able to do. X5. Oh, he doesn't go up the apartment side. Sobol clearing this one out. Not expecting, but I this balance. He gets the headshot. Eliminates any sort of threat here. And Raijin still gets that kill. I felt like those are 2 kills that should be going the way of Honoris. The A side is not quite open just yet because Sammy, they're activating with that up as he aggresses on forward from the Boiler section. But Magnoyes is looking to put off the rotate here as Lunatic is right here, but he's looking in towards the Boiler side. Or actually towards our side, excuse me. Switching vision, switching focus onto 2 different positions here. 4 on 3. Raijin, look at that bomb down, but 2 players trying to push on in. Jo taking Rico. Sammy's position, his general whereabouts is known. So Jiggle piece out from Jo, only a tag on in. Damage dealt to the Sammy as well, but Lunatic has taken Magnoia's down, so they'll have to be careful for it. But they're actually going very far hunting here. Sammy wrapping around as well. X5, will he be able to take him down? Flick down possibly, and X5 gets that headshot. Magnoias, after his battle, information on the Lunatic is known. They know he's towards B, but I don't think they're going to go pursuing him. They barely have really any money here at K23. I don't even know why they were really going so hard on Sammy. You know, everyone pushing him onto his position. At least no casualties there for that battle, I guess. Okay, 23 find themselves back up and running on the board here. After a bit of a setback out from the Honoris side. We're back underway. Just a few moments here. After that pause, and now K23. They haven't a lot of money onto them. And Honoris on the same boat as well, considering that they've been losing a lot of these rounds. But K23, their rounds have been relatively close to the ones that they've won. So will be interesting here. Set up out from Honoris. Going to be a 3-2 split here. Raijin. Well, that nade is right onto his face and right onto his noggin. However, that barrel slightly takes a little bit of the blow for him. Nade dropped in. Lunatic. Ready to activate here. K23 looking to drop into the B bomb site. And that's going to be a push on forward here, Jo. Holding, and now Lunatic holding himself as now they start to push on in. Flashes out. The rest are starting to push on through. Jo right there, stuck in the pit. Now K23 have to get the support of his team to possibly get something going here. Lunatic, again, still holding, but not getting the damage or not getting the fights he wants. Now he gets the fights that he wants, but only a 1v1. Or 1-for-1, excuse me. And there's more players coming from the ruins, and Reiko takes X5 down as well. But Jo and Magnolia is getting kills of their own now. Sobel, oh my goodness, that smoke dissipates at a perfect time, but there's a trade out for Midas Balance. 1v2 now created. And his Balance just here up onto that opening. Gonna get dinked up. Taz taking the first one down. Now down to a 1v1. Last player's up in towards the coffins. He peeks out. Oh my goodness, I was a bit scared there. Considering that the head was what spotted out first and what Taz had flicked up to. But the head hadn't been hit, and now K23 have another T-side round on the board here. Could be looking good for a victory here if they can continue to maximize their potential on it. Push on in, Lunatic. First 5-7, Frank being found into Raijin, and Jo getting that trade onto Taz. 4-on-4, damage dealt slightly. But there's only mere pistols up here against 4K23. So they should be able to clean this one up nicely. The problem is they already have one casualty, and Magnolia needs to be careful because Sobel is breathing down his neck here just in front of him at the boiler section. Jo pushing up very slightly here, and Lunatic, oh, almost good for a second, but X5 getting that trade down. Smoke going to be dropped here, right in front of the face of Sammy. Further pushes to come on forward, and now X5, he's going to activate. Sammy with good for one, but look at the HP. Two of these players are so low, and Sobel, one bullet with the Deagle is all it takes for both of these players to fall. One bullet can even take both of them down even. Pushing on forward as he caught a timing onto one. Magnolia's on low HP. Gotta be careful. Doesn't know where both of them are. I thought he had saw him, but no, it seems like he's more focused on a different player. Takes him down, and that's 6 to the good here for K23. Honoris really struggling right now. Sammy now with the op, and maybe that could be the saving grace for him. Wasn't able to do much last time around with that up, but really that was a mere positioning error. If he get himself into a good position this time around, put himself in situations where he's always going to be favorable like he did on Overpass, that's going to be the key to getting kills here and ultimately getting the round win for your team. Jo, first point of contact here for K23 onto Honoris. He's going to start clearing this very slightly. Jo Shot in, and that's a good Molotov. However, a better shot out from Lunatic. Now he can play around the smoke. A lot more cover. It's like a big wall for him to play around here. Damage dealt onto Idis Balance, but more, positions that can be utilized here for Honoris. And now Reiko and Lunatic have just activated for themselves. Now Raijin looking to recover here. 4-on-2 being created. Finally getting that opening frag here in this round. Tasta. Gonna be a battle between him and Raijin. Now battle out here, and Taz and Reiko getting the kills at the same time. Now that's a good way to get things off and running here for Honoris. Now a comeback can start to happen. Just like what happened on Overpass, K23 had 6 to the good. However, Honoris, they were able to recover right back. Will that be the case here once again here on Inferno? Here we go. Already some warning shots being rained out there by Sammy. And K23 set sights to the first letter of the alphabet. That will be the A side of things. Maybe dropped in the apartment. It's going to be a fast play here. Forced buyout from K23. The pistol looking to run its way in. Sammy taking Raijin down. Honoris having to reload, and that's going to be a kill that you had to get immediately for Magnoyas. That would have changed the tides of this round, but yeah, he was not able to get it immediately. So K23 find themselves not getting a single thing in that force buy, and that's a force buy as well. You need to do some damage if you're going to force it. And they didn't get anything at all, so they will be down to an eco now. And Honoris are going to be looking to try and cut down this lead here going into the second half, possibly, maybe even overtaking K23. Just Glocks and a P250 here for K23, so nothing much more to say. Should be a Honoris round. Rico once again, Sobol taking on this balance, and X5 getting a Glock kill, but using the USPs to their advantage. They know they're up against Glocks, almost like a pistol round. On the flank lines, not enough damage done by the Glock. It's almost like a water gun against these rifles. 6-4 now. As the lead's just cut down to 2. It's really reminding me of Overpass once again. Molotov down. And they're going to be aggressing off for your Honoris. A new lease of life out from them. Very aggressive maneuvers. They've taken full banana control. Doesn't seem like they're going to relinquish it as well. K23 looked like they want to recover this section of the map. Very quiet so far. Again, I see a lot of things about being quiet because this has been one of the most quietest games I've seen in a while. Sobel holding with the A1S in hand. Will be a push out here. Sobel grabbing two. Make that three, and they're just holding it down. And Sammy, beautiful flick, and he looks to hold this one. It's almost like Device in that high-end road to Rio back in the pandemic era. You know, he's just destroying. ESL1 road to Rio, excuse me. Reminds me of that. Just being on that same position, those tall boxes just destroying, and Sammy doing so. But we can't take the spotlight off of Sobel. We just really gone those quick three frags in towards that mid bracket. And now K23 back down to an eco. Honoris really looking good here to overtaking the CIS squad. That's a bit of a boost for Rico as he B-hops on his teammate's head. Sammy again peeking through, taking Raijin down. And force and a push on forward out from X5 as he gets punished for it. Just getting picked apart one by one here. Rico taking Jo. Two more players to find in a 2v5 situation here. Balance spotted. And Magnolia should be there to walk right on in. And, well, he's going to get one. And, well, he's been tagged up heavily. And gets another headshot. Oh, my goodness. So, economic damage there. Oh, Sammy has there, but he has a nade. But he's not going to fall just yet until Rico comes in from the back lines to take him down. 6-6 now for Honoris and K23. Here we go, Sobel taking Magnolia's down. Good way to get things opened on in here. Lots of grenades being dropped on in here. Look at the rotate out here from Honoris. 4 players here towards A side of things. This might be dangerous here as K23 actually have their sights set on towards B for now. They're really trusting Sammy with that up. And actually, they're double backing down here on A. Honoris are fully stacked here, and this is a perfect read here to get themselves a lead. Flash on through. Now start to push on in here. Lunatic right in front of Raijin. And he'll take the first battle and win out the first battle. There's more from where that came, but look at the stack. Of course, that was here for Honoris. And it seems like Rico expects to rotate back down over towards B. That might be the possibility here for K23, but they'll have to dedicate their time here because there's 15 seconds remaining. They'll have to make a move on here. Steps on forward. They cannot die after time as well, so they either have to die or they save now. But simply, there's no chance of saving. Really, there's not much money onto them in terms of residual cash. And what's Magnolia's and Raijin going to buy? It seems like they are going to go for the save. And yeah, they've already made up their mind. 7-6 now as Honoris overtake the CIS squad. And now can look good here for getting a lead at the end of the half. Deep nades to land on in, but not finding as much damage as they would have hoped. A lot of players here for K23. They're going to push on in here. Sobel good for 2. I Disbalance getting a trade. Now Taz with A1S just going to hold a crossfire sort of play here for K23. So that K23 can't move on forward here. But the problem is, though, they are a little bit disjointed. So if Taz does fall, it will be a bit of a challenge to hold things down on the A side, considering that they're only players here towards apps. But, oh, Sammy shoots right in between his legs, so he's not able to find that kill. There we go. Push on forward. Jo taking Reiko down on towards this the map, and now look to waltz their way right in. There's only one player here to take down. The rotates aren't there just yet. Honoris might just be there ready for a saving position. Taz is already on a rotate though, however, so he's not going to save it. Maybe look for exit frags at least, but I don't know what's going to happen here. Hush is over. Here we go. 2-on-3 situation here. Sammy creeping on forward. X5 taking Sammy, and oh my goodness, clean shots to shut it in the end as we enter the final round of the first half. Who will be able to take the lead at the end of this? As again holding this angle, and X5 not clearing this, not knowing where that's come from. Off to the races they are. Front trade once again between Sobel, Raijin. Disbalance getting a trade on in. Sammy getting that kill simultaneously as Disbalance takes down Taz. And now, looking at the positions here. Well, never mind. As Reiko takes Jo, there's no point in looking at the positions. It's a very tall task here. 55 seconds remaining. He's looking to go towards apartments, and I believe Sammy's onto this area of the map as well. Holding down with his AWP, staring down the barrel of an 8-7 here. There's no saving. It's a final round and a half. Disbalance does take down Sammy. There's a rotated from the long side. 40 seconds to play for. He might be able to catch off a rotate onto Reiko. This might be very, very scary here. Reiko knows that he's in towards apartments, and he can go towards mid towards banana, so he's not going to push up all too far. He'll go back in towards apartments, and we'll have to creep out here. He's on low HP. I'll have to be careful jumping down, not to be too careless with this. Goes down on the site. Whole plant now. We'll be successful in the plant. Nade landing a bit too far in front of him, not knowing where the plant has been. They know that he's low though. That is information, but he has to get this. They have to peek together though. That's the thing. They can't peek one by one, and that's going to be good. Disbalance not knowing where to peek, and that's going to be an 8-7 half here for Honoris. A slight lead once again. We'll find out who will win this into the second half. Very short halftime break as per usual, but it's as close as it can be so far in this best of three. The final map here, Inferno, and Honoris is going to call a tactical timeout just to get themselves primed and ready here as we move into the final sort of stages of this series. Unless it goes to overtime. A lot of commotion in the chat. Might be a technical pause rather than a tactical one. Well, the round is now underway as that pause was relatively short. Sammy leading the way here for Honoris as they'll start to move on forward here. Bomb will go down as there's no resistance here. It's going to be a full banana retake here for K23 aside from Jayu is over here towards the sandbags. It's good for one. That's all he'll get, but the rest are coming from banana very, very fast here. But now that they know that there's no one CT, this will be very, very scary. Damage dealt, and now it's going to be a force on through. It's a crossfire established. Rico and Sammy shutting it all down, and it's a flawless enough pistol run out from Honoris. The only casualty was from when Jay was just stuck in towards that ruin side and hiding, trying to get whatever frags he can get. That's all he was going to get. 9-7 now. Honoris looking brilliant here. CC75 being brought out by Jay. I don't know why teams still have the CC75. I just feel like the 5.7 is just way more superior in every sort of way. Push on forward here. Taz getting with the Mac 10 and McNoy is here with the Deagle. Across all three maps so far, he's been doing a very, very high amount of damage with the Deagle. Has had very good aim so far. Taz has been damaged down and McNoy is looking to pursue him. But that only just drags the players of Honoris away towards the A site because knowing that McNoy is the only player there. So it'll be a holdout from him, but the advantage is here with K23. Like Honoris, you can't be second guessing yourself. You just have to push on in here. You know that the rotates weren't really there, considering that the battle was out from Taz. So this is a little bit too paranoid from them. But at least they'll be able to catch off one here, maybe. Never mind. Okay, they will finally catch him off, but McNoy is able to get one before he falls, so advantage has been tamed here. So this retake is looking doable. Do they want to go for this? That's the question here, as smokes are available. And they are going to be dropped in towards that moto section. But say we can't really go hunting for battles here because these Deagles are very good. They are menacing. You don't want to be too over aggressive. Good for one. Could be damage dealt. There's another player from where that came. Doesn't seem like he heard him. Though he started trouncing upon his doorstep. 1-on-2 situation. Labored spray from Rico. Jump spots. Tries to spot out the other, but he's playing the time. There's no kit here for Raijin. So this is a round done here. As Raijin, all he can do is save this AK. Should be safe here, considering he has armor as well. So Honoris win that round here. Good clutch and good situation out from Rico. Well, K23 decided to call a tactical pause, of course, as you can see. And now looking very close here. Honoris, I said that they were going to be the team that they'd be slightly favored here, but because of the shaky sort of situation both these teams have on this map, if one's able to catch off the other team when they're feeling shaky, that might be just the victory for you. But if both teams are feeling shaky, you might have a very good game on board here because both teams will be struggling. But it seems like it's a level playing field, but Honor is really on that slight advantage so far. Gonna close this one out on their T side. Seems like the T sides have been doing a lot of the heavy hitting here for both of these teams. We saw it on Nuke. K23 with a good T side. Not as good as CT side, but still really good on their CT side. But overpass, it was the T sides doing the talking rather than the CT sides. But here, same thing goes. K23 already good start here, but never mind. We have a push here into the A side. It is. The long players are there, ready and waiting. Looks like they want to push themselves forward here as Lunatic opens up the kill feed, taking Jo. This balance spots one, but he's on low bullets here. That's going to be a struggle. And yeah, they both fall. X5 will have to come up with more than one here with the MP9. He doesn't get anything more than one. The bomb will go down here. That might just be 11th on the board here for Honoris. Raijin will just have to save once again. It's not been real too good here for K23. It might just be dire straits from here on out because Honoris are starting to edge closer and closer to a 16th. And obviously that would grant them the series victory. They're easing their way. That's why it feels like it's so close. It's been an ease so far. K23 haven't really applied a lot of pressure onto them. I'm going to take that round, and now it's round number 19. What's the buy going to be? Very interesting on Inferno. I was looking at statistics here for Honoris K23 on the map, seeing what the win percentages were on the TNCT side, but I've managed to see that ATK are doing some good work on the Astralis here. We forced off the Molotov here. Grenade. Not doing really any damage here, but Honoris focused here on the A site. Now they're gonna start surrounding all these K23 players here. Raijin, he'll be that player to watch out for, but he's all doing the B site, ready for a save. But X5, oh, the 5-7's activating into action. Oh, but Honor is still able to weather the storm that are these 5-7s. And Sobel can upgrade away from that Mac 10 if he wants to. Surely he'll do so himself. Sure, there's plenty of rifles all across the board for him to take. Could be another saving game here. Jo could be good for a few exit frags. Oh no. Yep, that's another rifle here. Now Jo can run off and probably just save here. 12-7 though, as Honoris are now Oh, this is looking like an inferno win for them, and K23 will be very annoyed here because I feel like Overpass could have been taken by them if they had a better, if they could continue on their run of form on the T side. But respect to Honoris, they stayed resilient despite that very, very strong performance out from K23 on their own map pick. Nades and Molotovs going to be thrown out here as Honoris look to get another round on the board here, but Iris Balance holding with that up. Gonna be huge, and a bit of a switch up in the position, but Magnoyas has backed off here in towards Pit, gets caught with his back turn on his balance, getting a trade, but that's the ace that again open. X5 taking that frag onto Taz as well. 3-on-3 situation, but still the site is theirs to take, and they'll have the bomb down as well. HP though on the Sobo isn't looking all too great here. Bogdan's lost, sees him using that AWP. Reiko taking X5 from the back lines. And now another battle here as Reiko gets another JO there. Throwing some bullets and some fire at them. But no, they're not going to be handed it at all. It's Honoris on the 13. It's been so good so far. They've just continued on a rampage here. A brilliant performance, and Rico is looking for more. He's gotten two, arguably one of the most important frags we have had so far in this round, and Jo, will he even be able to save here? And Rico's just going to hold. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to take Jo down. Flash over. We'll have to see how this one plays through here. It's now K23. To get this underway, that's a huge nade, but it's a 1-for-1 trade now. That's a weird battle that has just ensued there. You can see the amount of utility that's been dropped over as a result of that, and the positions of all the kills. But Sobol ready to get this frag, but X5 in a brilliant position here. But he drops down and still gets the kill. I thought that wasn't going to be his because he heard the drop. But no, it seems to be his to take. Battle there. And that's that's 2 kills to the good. And Magnolia still holds down just about strong here. Lunatic though supporting. The flashes are dropped, but it's not going to stop him. It's not going to stop him at all. As X5 starts to come in from the CT side, and that's going to be Lunatic taking Taz down. But X5 with the timing. You don't want to take out grenades here. I feel that a lot of players tend to take out grenades in the clutches when they shouldn't be. There's no need to take that onto the final player of X5. Wasn't going to do anything at all, especially when you took out the HE. Changing utilities here. Lots of nades, lots of everything as per usual. But K23 have found their first round here really in the second half, and now maybe they can start coming back here. That's what Honoris did. Literally the same exact thing. 5 rounds on the spin from K23. Recovery out from Honoris. 5 rounds on the spin from Honoris. Will it be a recovery out from K23? It's looking like so. Minus balance taking Reiko down. Molotovs right in front, and now they'll push on forward here. That's going to be some bit of damage dealt, and now they'll start to push on forward here. Taz spotting out one. We'll go into the arch side, maybe to cut off these rotates, but Iris Balance has the op. You don't want to be challenging that. I think he realizes that, so he'll back off and go back towards the long side where things are safe. Now they're challenging the B side of things, spraying through the smoke. Taz has found Magnoias as well. They might just want to start backing back towards the A site. Just a few moments, but Jo right in front. That's a flash to come on over. The MP9 could be huge. It could be huge. As Sammy doesn't connect with the shot either. He even upgrades to the AK-47. Switches out. Now they know that he dropped that AWP. Molotov isn't going to deny the bomb going down. Just going to tap it. A 1-on-3 situation now. Digits are punched in now. Sammy in this clutch situation, clutch scenario. Sammy grabbing the first. Now up on Honoris balance has been spotted, but does he want to battle it? No, he wants to. And unfortunately, I don't think he knew that he had the op. Maybe he thought he had switched out to the rifle. And very nice try out from Sammy. Unlucky in that one. A K23, they'll find a round here. And their recovery now maybe will be Honoris' demise. Who knows? Eight on in. Oh, that's heavy damage being dealt onto the Honoris players. Could be double digits here for K23. Let's see, utilities dropped on in, smokes, Molotovs and the like, and now there's a player up on the boost, but he's blinded severely. Rajan still hasn't been checked, but finally gets taken down, and the rest as well. Another, as a site is open, they'll get the plant down safely. But never mind, that the nade will just drop right in, but it's a bit too late here. K23 will waltz in possibly. Smoke dropped and now. Interesting. X5 takes Amy down and towards Banana. Will they go for this? They won't go for this. They'll concede this. It will be a 14th here for Honoris. And now they're making things feel a little bit more distant here as Taz has gotten a kill with the Tech 9 onto Magnoias, and now he'll start to run after him. Knowing that he has the op in hand, they won't be able to catch him. Honoris will decide to keep their economy strong by just letting them have it, not going too far forward. Not going into the deep, dangerous waters just yet. That's for another time. Now Honoris really looking like the victors here, and you can see the odds on our partners on 1xBet. Really showing who is on top right now. Lots of nades and the like here. Oh, that's going to be Raijin pushing off forward. I thought for a second it could have been a lineup, but Lunatic gets into cover before anything gets out of hand there. Nice kill to be found here. There we go, Jo, good for one. Taz getting a trade though. Now, further pushes on in. As now, Sammy gets that kill into Raijin. 3-on-3 situation, even Stevens here, but there's only one player onto the site, and that op is not going to be good for multi-frags here unless he individualizes these gunfights. Molotov into Idis balances position, now doesn't know where they are, now moves into a middle of a huge battle, and Sobol grabs two. He was in no man's land completely there, Sammy. Rather, Idis balance, excuse me. It was in no man's land, in between two Molotovs, caught between two mines. It will be a save, surely, for Magnoias, and it's going to be 6 match and series points available for Honoris. match. A series point and 6 of them out here for Honoris. Look at the buyout here from K23. It's nothing really great at all. 3 FAMASes even into the mix here. Needs to be dropped right in. It's going to be an aggressive maneuver. Raijin good for 1 before being traded out by Taz. Magnolia is getting a kill of his own. But will there be counter aggression here? Or will there be aggression from the banana side from the K23 camp? But they've dropped the bomb in the middle of the mid side. This is looking good for K23. There should be double digits for them. As they've smoked off here. It's almost like an eco rush, but they don't really have pistols on board. It's not really an eco. Same, he should be taken down. Yeah, he will be by X5. And Reiko in banana should be too. As he's just in between a very, very strong K23 hold here. And the bomb's in the middle of the mid side. I know he's spotted. And they're going to peek out at the same time because they spotted him earlier. 15 to 10. Still plenty of match points to play for here, Honoris, but that one has come and gone. They might want to take an eco here just to make sure they still have plenty of chances. Here we go again, aggressive play from K23. Is this going to be the switch in the play that would grant K23 back into this game? They force into this Honoris. Very interesting out from them. They should be able to waltz in here into the A site after Idis Balance misses that shot. Looking for more. They can't be too hungry for this. They just can't be. Yeah, that's not going to be good here, especially when Raijin is pushed on forward. But hold up, this could be good. As now that smoke's been dropped. That makes things nicely into their favor. Now he gets that kill, untraded as well, but into the gap of the smoke. Tries to quick scope here, Idis Balance. Whips out the CZ75 instead. Is over. And Lunatic with both of them. Oh my goodness, what a way to close things out. I was a bit skeptical of it, but they still take it in the end. A 2-1 series victory out from Honoris. And I am very impressed with what Honoris had brought to the table just there. They were very resilient. We saw map number 1 a 16-4 being taken by K23. They were 11-0 up at one point, and it was about like 12-3 or something like that, 13-2 at the end of that first half. And then we moved on to Overpass. The same thing out from K23. 6 rounds on the spin on the T side, not able to recover it. And it was 16-10 out for Honoris. And we saw the same exact thing on Inferno. A 6-0 start out from K23, or 5-0 start. Recovered by Honoris, and they took it in the end, 16-10. It was just relatively easy for them. I don't know what it's been for K23. They just need to solve those little bits of problems, because it seems like teams are able to see these problems and they're able to exploit it over and over again. And ultimately, Honoris was able to do that. That's what they were really good at today on those 2 maps. And yeah, they stayed resilient after losing their map pick, you know, so heavy like that. A very brilliant performance. But we do have more games for you guys on the way on this stream. It's going to be Prospects versus Big Academy, and before that we have Viperio versus Young Ninjas. Those are going to be very good games here. This is round number 1 of the Swiss stage, so I'll be done here, be handing it over to Anthran. It's been a pleasure to be here, although I was a bit late today. You know, it was a bit funny, but other than that, I think I'll just close it out here. We're gonna head into another extended break, and when we're back, we'll bring you guys action of that game. I won't be here, but it's great for all you guys watching, and hope you guys enjoy the next few games. We'll see you later.